One question I see a lot is how many meals should I eat per day and how should I split up my macros to fit into each of those meals. Some people seem to think that you have to have, say, 6 meals per day, and if you're going to eat 200 grams of protein for that day, that you have to split them up evenly between each meal, like that you can't have one meal where you have more protein than the next meal. And it doesn't matter at all how many meals you eat, it doesn't matter how much protein you have at each meal. What matters is that you get everything in, your total calories, your total macros each day. So if you had 200 grams of protein to hit and you were going to have 6 meals, then if you had 40 grams at breakfast and then 60 grams the next meal, so that's 100 grams already out of 2 meals, and then maybe say another meal you had 50, so you've only got 50 grams left to cover in 3 meals. That's okay. It doesn't matter how it's split up. Like, I think personally I have most of my protein after I work out, and then probably at around dinner time is probably when I have most of my protein. And carbs are just like crazy, you know, I have a little bit here, a little bit there, and then a lot at one meal, you know, then back to a little bit, and then a lot at another meal. So yeah, it doesn't matter how you do it. All you should be worrying about is at the end of the day, have you hit your protein, have you hit your carbs, fat, and have you hit your total calories. That also being said, if you do maybe say today I'm aiming for, let's say I'm aiming for 3,000 calories, and let's say I only get 2,800, then maybe tomorrow I go for 3,100 and then the same the next day, and that's covered those 200 calories that I missed today. So that would mean that by the end of the week I've still hit the certain number of calories I was aiming for. So while it's also about how many, you know, how you plan each day and how you end up each day, it's also about the total week. So yeah, just some food for thought, trying to, you know, make these videos at least partially informative. So it is 11:30 right now, and I'm going to be going to hit shoulders and biceps very soon. So it's the last day of my split. I almost feel like my split is kind of short. I mean, 4 days on and then 1 day off. I know some people do 3 days on, 1 day off. I feel like I would go like crazy with that, because I feel like, you know, only 4 days of training and then an off day. It feels like I'm taking so many off days. But I guess it's not so bad. At the end of the day, in 10 days I'm working out 8 of those days, so it works out pretty good. And I spent the morning doing some work on the computer again. Like I've said before, you know, most of my content on my videos is either, you know, like a talk before the gym, me working out, a talk after the gym, or, you know, talking while I'm having food or something like that. And that's just because, you know, apart from that, I spend so much time working on the computer that, you know, what's the point of me setting up the camera, you know, to show you that, because that's pretty boring in my opinion. And I guess I don't want to have my videos getting stale, but at the end of the day, I kind of have this set structure of my days where the only time I have something semi-interesting to film is when I'm either going to the gym or just finished at the gym, or I'm at the gym. If I do ever think of things, you know, to say, I'll try and say them, but normally it happens around that time, because that's when my brain, that's my mouth, when my brain is, you know, in gym mode. But I guess it's kind of in gym mode every day. Anyway, this clip has gone really long, so probably going to cut it here, and I'm not sure what you will see next. I haven't shown my leg workout yet, so I might kind of merge my leg workout and some of my shoulder and bicep workout into this video right now. Back on deck with a commentary, and it's just my leg footage, which I do talk about in a little clip after this, but let's talk about the leg workout, starting off with squats, working with 95 kilos, 209 pounds on this workout. So the weight is going up and the reps are coming down a little bit. I think my last workout, my top rep set was 9 reps, if that makes sense. So, you know, the most reps I did in a set was 9, whereas today it was only 7. So at the moment, with my squat, I do 3 sets with as heavy weight as I can for multiple reps, and the aim, I would say, is probably between 7 to 10 reps average, maybe 6 to 10 on a, you know, worst day, such as today where I only got 6 reps for the second set. And obviously, as I continue to increase the weight each week, which is the goal, I probably will start going down in reps. That's kind of normal. So next week I'll probably find that 6 reps will be pretty hard, and maybe the week after 4 or 5 will be hard, because in a couple of workouts time I will be working with 2 plates, 4 reps hopefully. And you know, it would be nice to be able to hit that for at least a set or 2 of 4 to 5 reps. And it's interesting though, with my legs, I feel like whenever I do any leg exercise, whether it's a squat or a leg extension or a leg press or anything, I feel like it's the easiest muscle group to just keep going even when you think you can't. And I kind of proved that in the third set, because I only got 6 reps here, and I only took about a 2 to 3 minute rest period between set 2 and set 3, just like I did between the first and second set. And yet with the last set, I was able to, you know, conjure up the energy to do 1 extra rep and hit 7 reps again like I did in the first set. And now, obviously, the last rep might not have been the best looking rep, but I still got the weight up. And if you watch most of my reps, it's kind of hard to tell because of the camera angles I use. But if I do it from side on, which I might try and do next time, I've noticed that the bar path is pretty much straight up and down, which is really what it should be. Even though I sometimes feel like I'm leaning forward a little bit too much, the bar path is still pretty much straight up and down in a straight line. So that's actually a positive, in my opinion. One other thing I wanted to mention in regards to my squat is I feel like I'm not quite going down as low as I used to. I feel like I used to be able to get pretty close to arse to grass, whereas now, I mean, it's still below parallel, which is good, but it's not as deep as it used to be. And now, obviously, I never used to have my heels up like I do here, elevated. And the reason that I started doing that in the first place is because I noticed once I started filming myself doing squats that even though I was going ass to grass, I was actually getting a pretty bad butt wink at the bottom of the movement, so sort of tucking my butt under my hips, which isn't good in the long term for your lower back. And so I decided I still wanted to go low, but the best way at the moment for me to continue going low with proper form is to raise my heels a little bit. So that's why I do that. Anyway, the next, some more exercises here, some leg curls, which I also did leg extensions, and then some leg press here. I wasn't even going to do the leg press, but I normally do that after squats, switched it up a little bit and did this as my last main leg exercise. Of course, calf raises were in there too. Enjoy the last few minutes of this video. Thank you all for watching. Alright, so I did lie. What you just saw was actually just my leg workout, because when I got in there was a whole bunch of stuff going on, some kind of like some maintenance stuff, and there was actually like 10 people in the gym, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for our gym, it's pretty small. 10 people, it is a lot, and so I didn't end up recording anything. Alright, that is going to end this video. It is now Thursday night, going to go and edit this up. So thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you go in the description box and use my link for a 1-month free membership on muscularstrength.com. You don't need any codes or anything, just sign up through that link. You'll get your first month free, and you'll be able to access the 12 and 8-week programs that are there and go and make some gains. So thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next video.